Alright, so we collected all 4 Lord Souls in the game, and if you were just playing vanilla Dark Souls, I guess, this is when you would go to the final area and fight the final boss and then beat the game, right? But not yet, because, you know, as it turns out, there was a DLC that was released sometime after the initial release of the original Dark Souls, and it came with the PC version. It is, I believe... Well, actually, I forgot the actual name of the actual DLC, but, you know, it's something about, I think, Artorias the Abyss Walker, basically. Like, he's even featured in the art, you know, for the DLC. So something like that. So as it turns out, DLC is somewhat related to the old knights that we saw before in the grave. How it's related? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Actually, do you have the dialogue, by the way? You are, yeah, you're the daughter of Onion Knight.
Well, hello again. I have finally located my
Oh, you did?
All of your help was invaluable to us. Thank you so much. I was finally able to pass on my mother's last words.
Okay.
My father, he went on his final adventure. Don't worry. That's just the way he is. Undead or no. Sort of reassuring, really. He goes hollow. I'll just have to kill him again.
Y'all just have to kill him again, no big deal. What do you mean again?
My father?
Oh, good thing, okay. So it seems like the Onion adventures seem to have continued properly, which is weird, because I always remember that in that one situation where he fought those big monsters in Lost Islev, those big, like, blender monsters, I've heard that if he's lower than half health, he will die or something. But I guess maybe it's because of the poison. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I killed the creatures before he was poisoned, and therefore when the encounter ended, and then his character turned immune to poison or whatever, you know, gameplay-wise, then it's fine, I guess. Which is weird. Again, I always heard that 50%. Lower than 50%, then he dies. But I guess not, which is good. Anything else from you?
I'm sorry. Sometimes.
I swear there's another something else with him, but I guess not. Let's see. But before we activate the DLC, which is weird by the way the DLC is implemented in Dark Souls, and I guess also the other Dark Souls games, it's a little obscure, you know? But we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's, I don't know, there's a few things I want to do first, however, before we go into the DLC. And you wouldn't, because the thing I like about the DLC though, because of that, you know, because of how it's implemented, is that you wouldn't even know if it was DLC, you know? It's kind of seamless in the game, which is a cool thing, actually, compared to a lot of other video games that just say, oh, here's the DLC area, press enter to enter DLC area, you know? In Dark Souls, not so much. It's actually part of the game, and, you know, I remember my first playthrough, I didn't even know it was DLC, actually. You know, I only knew it after the fact, when I first played Dark Souls, on the PC version. I'm trying to think. Well, we can go looking for Onion Knight, by the way. I know where he is. It's kind of vague, you know, she said, like, he'll go on his final adventure. You kind of don't know where exactly he'll go, but I do have an idea. I can also go and activate, you know, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, I also wanted to go back to Duke's Archives real quick, actually. Because we haven't unlocked Logan's cage, by the way. You know, we don't really have to do his whole thing exactly, because I'm not a sorcerer, but there is a benefit in doing so. So we'll just go back there real quick. Oh, hey, there's Logan. Oh, did he already leave or something? Weird. There's some weird things that happen in this playthrough, I feel like, that I don't remember happening before. Because I don't remember him escaping the cell on his own? I don't remember that ever happening. I don't know. Usually you're supposed to open the cell and then he escapes, but I guess maybe he escaped on his own. Anyway, Firekeeper Soul, so this is important because it increases my Estus recovery, which is very good. You only get very few of those in the game. Otherwise, you can also just kill the Firekeepers for their souls and then, you know, apply that to your Estus. I'd rather not, though, because it kills the bonfire when you do that as well. So let me just apply my Firekeeper Soul. I believe it goes up to +6 or +7, something like that. You only get, I believe, only 4 on the ground.
You have agreed to link the fire. I thank you sincerely. Finally, the curse of the undead will be lifted. And I can die human. I am powerless, but I will do all that I can. Please, save us all. Please.
I don't remember that dialogue. Anyway, reinforce my message last, please. It's funny she's saying, I'll link the fire.
Forgive, I am impure.
Yeah, it's the same.
Please,
Leave me be. Bye. It's funny how she'll say, I'll link the fire. I'm not gonna link the fire. Because I'm working with the other snake. Let's see. We're back to Duke's Archives. Because I'm assuming Logan escaped. We can actually talk to them real quick. Nothing too important, but you know, we have a nice chat. I believe he's around over here. He ends up in a very hidden location. But I think, yeah, he ends up over here. You see him over here? Yeah, kind of hidden in the books, I feel like. You wouldn't notice him.
Hello there. I was expecting you. This place is truly magnificent, more than expected. As promised, I shall share the new sorceries with you and the secret of Seath's immortality.
Wow. Amazing.
The secret of Seath's immortality. If you have fought him and were imprisoned, you must know that Seath is a true undead, different from ourselves. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow affects him, granting true insulation from death. His wounds close promptly, and no mortal blow
Weird.
affects
That's a
him,
weird glitch.
granting
Was that ever...
from death. It is an effect of the primordial crystal, a sacred treasure pillaged by Seath when he turned upon the ancient dragons. So only by destroying the primordial crystal
Ah, okay.
can you so much as scratch his hide. And it so happens, the primordial crystal is in the inner garden of these very archives, the Crystal Forest.
There's a forest! Okay, that was weird because he had double dialogue for some reason. I guess that was never edited out. And also, yeah, okay, so this is where you actually learn about Seath's weakness. I never actually talked to him. I always talk to him after I beat Seath, so I never, I guess, remember that dialogue. But I guess that's the hint, you know, to how to defeat Seath in the first place. The idea is that he actually did achieve more immortality, you know, by getting some kind of crystal. Primordial crystal, I guess. Of some sort. That's how you learn how to defeat him.
The tomes stored in these archives are truly magnificent. A great pool of knowledge. The fruits of superior wisdom and an unquenchable desire for the truth. Some would say Seath had an unsound fixation. But his work is a beautiful, invaluable resource. All progress demands sacrifice. And I certainly bear no antipathy for that wonderful scale species.
He really likes that dragon, I guess.
But
Oh, he's going a little crazy.
the undead.
He's just mumbling. Okay, you're done mumbling. Alright, good. So you can actually buy spells now, even though if you don't meet the intelligence requirements, he actually sells you stuff, which is different from, you know, how you know, he worked before. Like, for example, the other sorcerer, he only gives you, he only sells you these spells if you have high enough intelligence. Like, at least, I think 10 or something, or maybe 15, I'm not sure. But something like that. But now he just sells you the spells anyway. It doesn't matter if you can actually have the intelligence to use them. Which is good for if you're doing like 100%, you know, because you do have to get all the spells in the game. You want to get achievements for that. Anyway, interesting here. Rigo Archives, Mystery of the Souls, Crystals, and Sorceries are deeply intertwined. So there's like a whole little, like, you know, lore reason of why sorceries and, you know, how like it connects the soul and everything as well, you know, in the game. It's similar to how Demon Souls work, actually, because Demon Souls, there's actually a bit more lore about how magic and miracles work in that game, I believe. In this game, they also have a bit more about that if you read all the spells. I haven't really been doing that because I'm not doing like a magic-centric character. But there's some interesting stuff they can learn from just the spells themselves as well. Just look at the description. Anyway, I'm not gonna do it in this playthrough, but eventually, if you buy all his spells, he actually does go a little crazy. He goes a little loony. He ends up going somewhere else, going to Seif's Crystal Cave where we fought him, and then he just strips off all his clothes for some reason. I don't know. He just goes naked, and then he tries to attack you. I guess it's weird. He attacks you with the crystal spells, which I assume he learns from Seif's books. I guess that's where you can buy those crystal type weapons, or not weapons, but crystal type sorceries rather. Yeah, it seems like he just goes really crazy, going into Seif's, I guess, knowledge. He wants to be a dragon, you know. But it turns out he was a scaly. Anyway. Let's see. Well, now where do we go? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to do. There's one more thing. So finish up the onion quest, I guess. Is what we're gonna do. How do I get back to Blighttown? Let's see. I guess I'll go all the way back here. That's fine. And there's a little small little area that we can explore. I mentioned before, actually, in Blighttown. We saw it before. But I didn't go in because it's actually a dead end. You know, it's like little hidden little how do I speak? Its own little hidden area that doesn't really lead anywhere. It's just, again, this just ends up being a dead end. So that's why I didn't go there in the beginning, because I didn't want to be stuck there, you know. Yum yum. Eat your medicine. All right. So we went back up here. There's like, it's a tricky thing because there's two illusionary walls. I feel like it's the only time, at least in this game, where they did that. It's pretty tricky, actually. You know? Anyway, Grey Hollow. So we end up in a tree, and we've seen a bunch of trees before, actually, throughout the game, especially near the Lost Isleaf area. And for now, we're going inside one of them. Isn't that interesting? Let's see. It's precarious, though. At least there's a bonfire, but it is pretty precarious because you can fall really easily. It's a big tree. You gotta watch your footing. Footing? Is that the right word? I don't know, more endurance. I just want like high endurance so I can wear my fashion. Can I wear my fashion yet? Let's double check real quick. Fashion, please. My fashion? Where is it? Oh, like. I can wear it now. Okay. Though technically, Elite Night Gauntlet is better. Like they both look pretty similar, actually. Okay. Oh, now I can wear it. I wanted to wear this one because it's better stats and also it looks nice. It has like a little gauntlet, you know, on my left. But technically, it's worse than my tattered cloth. I think, yeah. I can reinforce it, but I don't know if enough shards to reinforce it. However, let's see. I think about at least a little bit, for like the basic upgrades. It won't be as maximum yet, but well, that'll be for next time, I guess. One more time, okay. That'll be for like, well, not next time, but like, no. Next time I grind off screen or whatever. It should be good, right? Rolling around? Okay. Didn't make a mistake. Anyway. My character is complete in terms of fashion. It's a good day. Let's go down this weird tree path. There's a few ways to go. There's a few items to grab, but I don't know if I'll grab them all. Because, yeah, there's an item over there, there's an item over there. You have to do some precarious jumping, I feel like, to get everything. I don't know if I can get everything. I don't remember what that is, actually. I remember, well, I distinctly remember actually trying to grab that item in particular and failing at it many times. How would you grab that? I guess you have to jump? Like, jump around here? Precarious. Let me just use a prism stone, see if I can actually make that jump. Seems like I can. Alright. Grab that. Oh, Lordran 3. Okay, now I remember. I remember why this ring was important in my brain, because that's a stamina recovery ring. It's good for PvP, it seems. A lot of people use this in PvP. I don't know, there's not a lot of lore, but basically, yeah, it's good for stamina recovery. Some people like to stack stamina recovery, actually. There's like a grass crest shield they can wear as well. That you can wear on your back, that also increases your stamina recovery regeneration. People just stack that, plus with a consumable. And then you just have, like, not really infinite stamina, but, you know, your stamina recovers really quickly. No! Oh, don't slip off. Be careful. Titan Knight Chun. Oh, that's good. Can I make that jump over here? Yes. There's basilisks, though, in this area. That's not great. Go away, please. Do not petrify me, if possible. Away. And die. Get slammed. Alright, I assume from up here was the original path. If we didn't jump, I assume we just go down here and then we end up over there. There's also an item over there. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna grab everything. But, well, it might be possible to grab at least that. So if I go over here, I'll grab this, right? Don't fall off. This. I don't want to say platforming, but I don't know what you would call this, but Dark Souls has a way with places where you can fall very easily. A lot of places in Lordran just don't have safety railings, you know? If you were like a safety inspector, you would have a heart attack in this place. Let's see. Oh, fall off. Weird, like, get out of the way. I can't go around this. Okay, I'm just stuck. Okay, maybe go around the other way. I didn't mean to. Ah, shit. Well, this is what happens when you just fall. Because I was slipping my character, it looked like she was slipping again. So that's why I panic roll, but as it turns out, you shouldn't do that, because you just fall. Okay, try again. Any other shiny items to distract me? Yep, there is. There's that one item over there. I don't know if I can make that jump. If you fall down there, will you die? I don't know. I can try and see if I can make that jump. Seems like you can survive that. Not that much of a fall damage. I always assume you get a lot of fall damage from the heights, but actually in Dark Souls 1, not so much. I feel like I mentioned before, but it seems like the further you go in the Dark Souls series, the more fall damage you take. You just drop like 10 feet in Dark Souls 3 and you die. I feel like. Anywhere else to go? Let's go over here. Let's look at that end. That's dead end. I don't know if I can drop down there. There's a little item over there as well. Let's see. I don't know if I can make that though. Technically, you can survive that. Yeah. Ah, missed the item. That's fine. Uh-oh. Get out of the way. Don't get cursed. Some dead corpses. That fell all the way down here. Oh, that's the one I killed. Okay, I thought it was a new one. Can't get that item, unfortunately. I don't know what that item is, to be honest. I don't think it's all that important. However, I don't remember it being important. Stop blowing your gas on me, please. Very rude. see. Hold down there. Is there like a safer way to go down? I don't want to like accidentally fall all the way down and die again. Yeah, there's a little bit more here. There's a ladder there. Okay. I'll just take the ladder. Probably safer. Probably more. Yep, more of these guys. Get out of the way, please. Ow. No, don't get stunned and then stuck in the gas. There's another one, right? Die. Alright. We're good? Kinda scary, actually. No, well, I don't know if I'm gonna face more bastards, actually. I think that's it, but just in case, just go on the curse bite ring real quick. Let's see, any other items again? No? I can go down here. Still more? I don't remember this session being as... this section being as long as I remember. I'm trying to get that. Again, a lot of jumps you can make. Again, I don't want to grab every single item, so I'm just gonna go. That's alright. I don't need that. Get some mushrooms. I guess we're getting to the bottom of this giant tree. I guess is where the fungi are. See this dude. Go away. I think these are the kids. These are the small ones, small mushrooms, not the big mushrooms. So they're easy to kill. Okay, well it's right here, so I might as well grab this one. It's a Titanite chunk. Okay. I mean, it is useful. At least I can at least upgrade my gauntlet. One more view. I assume these are small ones, so not too bad. There's a big one though. Scary. Bye. I'm gonna kill your kids real quick. Don't worry about it. I feel like they might be angry about that. Let me just change it back to my wolf ring if possible. No, I'm gonna die. I didn't know you were right there. What? I didn't think he would track me. That's why those guys are scary. They two-shot you. What I was gonna do is gonna switch back to my wolf ring. That's what I was gonna do. Oh wow. I guess we're jumping down again. Whee! Let's just get to the bottom of this. I keep dying to either the environment or getting punched in the face. At least I'm not cursed. Even if I do get cursed though, I do have one more, at least one more purging stone. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, put the wolf ring here. Going in menus is dangerous in Dark Souls, as it turns out. Obviously. Because it doesn't pause the game. There's no pausing in Dark Souls. So you're gonna grab an item, or equip an item, you gotta do it quick. No, just go away. I mean, again, they just punch. They don't have long range or anything, but yeah, they are scary. Let me just look at their fingers, by the way. Look at their hands, and their bodies full of blood. How dangerous! Okay, well, this is the way. This is dangerous, but this is the way forward, I think. Can't hit me. You're too big. Haha. My sword gets bounced off easily, however. Stab. You're too big. They all just You know, yep, just line up. This is like D&D. When you play D&D, you make your characters just fight all the monsters in a narrow corridor. Basically cheese the encounter. Nothing else in the bottom though. There's that one item I missed, but that's fine. Or maybe two. Was it one or two? I don't remember now. But that's okay. Let's just go. We reached the bottom of that giant tree. And now, well, where is the bottom? Turns out, it's an ash lake. Well, it looks like a giant lake of oblivion. And see up there, looks like clouds. And see over there, a bunch of trees as well. Probably similar to the tree we went down. Also some music. And we also saw a little bit over there, by the way. There you go. There's the two onions. They meet at last, but something's happened apparently. Yeah, look at them with binoculars. That doesn't look good. I guess we'll see what happened. Over here is the sandy shores. I assume this is sand. Well, it says Ash Lake, so I assume it's ash actually, not sand. So here, next to the bonfire. We'll go say hi, I guess. What's up? What happened?
My father, all hollow now. He's been subdued. He will cause no more trouble. It's finally over. I will return to Katerina. You assisted us so quickly. I can hardly return the favor, but please accept this. It's of no use to me now.
Hey, we're gonna tie a nice lap. So that's the reward for doing the whole onion quest.
Dear father.
It's very rare to get slabs in the first Dark Souls, so you know, this one is actually a really good reward. And this is technically the good ending for the onion quest. You could actually fail in a few steps before you reach this point. For example, if you accidentally like never save Sigline or whatever. What's her name again? Sigline? Ziegline? If you, for example, accidentally kill her, or you know, Onion Knight dies prematurely or whatever. Yeah, there's like ways to fail this quest. And technically, once you know, do everything properly, you end up over here, and she ends up having to kill her own father. It's not exactly a happy ending, but is the intended ending, I guess. He's just there. Or like a gesture I can do. I can do a prayer. I'll pray to him in the afterlife. There you go. The sad tale of the Onion Knight. And I believe the idea is that, you know, just like Solaire, he's just doing his own quests and everything, trying to do like the chosen undead pilgrimage, the same as you. And then you meet him in multiple times, and I believe the story is that every time he meets an obstacle, you know, it seems that he can't beat, he's like stumped, you know, he's like, oh, I can't do anything. But then you come along and you just do it for him. And like, he's grateful, but at the same time, you know, he feels like that's kind of dishonorable. At least that's the theory anyway. I don't know if it's explicitly said, but it seems like because you do everything for him, he feels kind of useless, you know? Even though he's like an Onion Knight, or, you know, a knight from Katerina, an honorable knight, they're supposed to do everything. You know, on his own. But it seems like, you know, you just come in and just do it for him all the time, especially in Lost Islip, where he was supposed to sacrifice himself for you, but instead, that didn't happen. You just kind of just kill the monsters for him anyway. I guess in this final act, he goes over here and ends up being hollow? So I'm trying to kill this Hydra, I guess. It's a Hydra in here, by the way. You remember, actually, Hydras are... It seems like at least part dragon. I don't know if they're all dragon, but... They do drop dragon scales. So I guess they're somewhat like a dragon. Damn it, I got hit again. Die. It's just the same fight as before, except with better ground at the very least. They're closer to the shore. Come on. Ah, one hit again. But yeah. And if you remember, being hollow, just like the Crestfallen Knight, being hollow, it seems like in this world, like a lot of NPCs, anytime they lose purpose in life, they cease to be sane and instead go insane, similar to how the Hollow Knights are. Or like, not the Hollow Knights, but Hollow Soldiers, rather, that you see in Undead. You know, the ones that are just mindlessly trying to attack you. So that's what happens when you go insane in this world. So that's why everyone is like kind of undead and kind of immortal, you know? You never really die. You always come back. At the same time, though, if you go insane, you lose purpose in life, then you just become fully hollow and simply just like become a mindless killing machine. And presumably that's why Siegmeyer's daughter had to put him down. You know, and that's why he's dead, I guess. Is the idea. She also said that she had to put him down again, which is weird. So I don't know if he went hollow and then became insane again. I don't know if that's possible in the lore. I don't know if that's actually a thing. But it seems like, apparently, he went undead and she had to kill him. Or whatever, for some reason. Maybe because there was some... At the time, maybe being undead was still pretty new. Because we do know, for example, the main character, you know, your protagonist, your character, goes to the undead asylum, or at least is trapped inside the undead asylum at the beginning of the game, so maybe there's still some, I guess, some fear about what this undead curse was, and therefore, maybe she was forced to kill him because of that. Because they were scared of what, you know, the undead curse meant. So she had to kill him before. And now she killed him again. Also, she also mentioned, this is very tragic, but she also mentioned she had to pass on Mother's last words. So you assume his wife is also dead. It's a very, very tragic tale, actually. But that's the point, though. Just like characters like Solaire and Siegmeyer, they are like jovial, joyful, optimistic characters, but in a world where it's actually pretty tragic, you know, and it's dark, you know, it's Dark Souls. Dark? In Dark Souls. What is it? And that's why I like Siegmeyer. I also like Solaire. You know, they're not just happy just because, you know, for no reason, but it's because they are living in a shitty world, but are optimistic nevertheless. I don't know, I find that endearing, I guess. That's why I always do the quests properly. I also try not to kill Solaire if possible as well. And probably they're the most memorable characters in this game. At least for me. Hey, Twinkling Titanite. You can drop Twinkling Titanites? I didn't know that. By the way, the music kind of reminds you of Nier. It's like choirs and everything. It reminds you of Nier. A little bit. This is a compliment. And also, these trees, by the way, it seems like, as far as I know, it seems like the Ash Lake. Again, it's kind of like a dead end, so there's not much significance, like gameplay-wise, but it seems like this is the... how do you say it? It's the lowest area in the game, I guess you could say. Like, it's below most everything in the world of Dark Souls. So this is the deepest part of the world that you can go to. And you wonder, like, why is everything being supported by trees, I guess? I'm not sure, but it's reminiscent to, I guess, I don't know, I'm not entirely sure, but in the prologue, in the cutscene, you know, when there were a bunch of dragons and everything, they were flying around trees, I think, right? So this is probably where they fought the dragons when the Age of Fire began, you know, and Lord Gwyn got the first flame, and then he started a war against the dragons. And that's probably what happened. He fought the dragons here, if I had to guess, or something like that. There's like one more thing you can find around here, I think. Oh, this goes inside here. Similar to where we were before, I guess. Uh-oh. Big mushroom. Assless. Oh, wait. I'll ignore you for now, Mr. Mushroom. I want to see if we can get that item, actually. How do you get that item? I don't know. Do you go up first, maybe? I think you have to go up first. Somehow. I don't know if you can go on that mushroom, though. On the mushroom? This is walking towards me. I don't know. Yeah, go away. Even like a heavy attack from this Ultra Greatsword is not enough to stun this thing. It has like infinite poise. Go away. Right. I just want to see if I can like... Can I jump over here from there? No, I don't think I can. Okay, it doesn't look like it. You have to come from above, I think. Yeah, it seems like the world is supported by trees, and I don't know. I do not know the lore for that, but it looks cool though. It does look interesting. And obviously, the water, by the way, works the same way, or very similar anyway, to how the Dark Root Basin works. You can like walk a little bit on the shore, but like there's a very steep fall in the water. So if you're not careful, you just drop down and die. But, maybe jump. These enemies are tough, by the way. I'm so used to my Ultra Greatsword just one-shotting these guys. Or at least one-shotting a lot of enemies, but not these ones. These ones have a lot of health. Maybe it's because I need to level up some more. I do need more strength. And more dexterity for maximum damage. Alright, go over here. I believe you go over here, right? Yeah, you go over here. And here's a little interesting thing you can see over here. Looks very cool, actually. See all the trees and the sunlight. And the branches, you know, it's peeking through. And look at this thing. What's this? Wow! Wow. As it turns out, not all the dragons were truly defeated. You know, beyond Seif, there's actually at least one actual real dragon. It's called the Everlasting Dragon. Or pray to, I don't know if it's called the Everlasting Dragon, but this is the Dragon Covenant. Basically, I got an achievement for that. This is a new save, I guess, or a new like, not new save, but you know, I said before how my achievements weren't really transferred to the Steam version. Or the Steam online system, anyway. But yeah, this is a Dragon Covenant. Basically, you know, you join the Dragon Covenant, you, I believe you get like a little headstone that actually turns your head into a dragon. And the way the PvP works in this Covenant is that you can put down signs and people can, I believe, go into your world and then you can fight them? Or is it the other way around? No, you get summon rather. So similar to the red sign soapstone, you get summoned into their world and then you can fight them. So it's very similar to like duels, you know, at least that's the idea. You fight them, you get more dragon scales when you win, and then you can give that to this dragon, and eventually you also get the torso stone, and they're like items you can use in your inventory, and when you use them, when you're naked, by the way, when you're not wearing armor, you can transform into a dragon similar to this thing, you know, but not as big. It's actually, you look like a very skinny, tiny humanoid dragon, actually. You know, it's like you're wearing like a fursuit, basically. It's interesting. It's not all that useful gameplay-wise, though. It looks cool, but the only utility the stones have is basically either they transform you, and after you transform, you can use the stones to either, you know, breathe fire and also do like a shockwave attack. That gives you a bit of attack buff, I believe. But the actual, you know, the actual defenses from being a dragon is actually practically naked. So it's you end up becoming like a glass cannon. So for the most part, it's like kind of not worth it just to become a weird skinny dragon, you know. Anyway, you kill his tail. He doesn't get angry, by the way. I mean, I guess because they're immortal, so you can't even kill them actually. You can actually attack. I believe you can attack. I don't know. His branches are in the way. I don't know. You can attack as much as you want. You can't kill this thing. Yeah, you can see his like health all the way down, but it's actually a true immortal dragon. So, like actually an immortal dragon from the age of the ancients. Back when everything was gray, right? So, one of the last ones, I assume, and the only one that you actually meet normally. No, there are other dragons technically, I guess, like the gaping dragon and the, you know, types of smaller dragons like drakes and everything, and hydras, I guess, and the small flying ones that shoot electric breaths at you. But I assume those ones are simply descendants from the real dragons. This one's a real dragon, you know. So that's why they are literally immortal. Similar to Seath, except this one doesn't need no, like, primordial crystal to stay immortal. They're just immortal. Any lore for this one? Aim for the tail of a stone dragon of the Ash Lake, descendants of the ancient dragons. Its great mythical power will be unleashed when we open him. No, it says here is a descendant. Well, maybe it's still a descendant, I guess, but you know, more powerful than the rest, I assume. Or at the very least, this one inherited the power of immortality and everything. There's a little sword here. Looks like a big slab of rock, you know? And then you can do that. Amazing. Yeah. Good. You know, most of the dragon weapons are kind of not worth it because they don't scale, as I said before, I think. So usually, for the most part, dragon weapons are kind of not great. You know, he's very furry. Very furry. So hiding down all the way here, I guess, is the only reason it isn't dead, you know? I assume maybe if Seath found out, he probably would have captured this dragon or something, I don't know. He's just here, you know, he or she, actually. Because the thing is, I believe, I mean, we don't know for sure, or maybe we do, I don't know. But I believe the implication, by the way, is that this dragon is actually a firekeeper. In a weird way, I don't know how that works, because technically the dragons were destroyed by the people who control these bonfires, you know, the Age of Fire and the gods and everything. But it seems like this one controls this bonfire. And if you would able be, you know, if you would be able to kill this thing, maybe you would get like a firekeeper soul or something. But I don't know, I feel like that's just a theory. I don't know if anyone wants to try that actually. Like going to the game files and making them not immortal. I'm not sure. But it seems like that bonfire is basically controlled by that dragon. Actually, I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to do around here? I mean, there's a few items you can grab, but I think I'm good, actually. There's not much to really get around here. I think we explore as much as we can, actually. Yeah, the only interesting thing here is, you know, the onion quest and this thing, you know? That's cool. So just a little side distraction. That we did. Definitely has some lore significance, though. You know, again, it's like it's probably one of the original places where the Dragon Wars, you know, took place, and it's literally the deepest part of the world. So it just has significance in terms of the world, and that's why I like Dark Souls. You know, Dark Souls just has a very cool world, and you can actually visit some of the parts that's actually mentioned by NPCs and descriptions and everything. It's like these legends of yonder are just mentioned in the ancient texts. You can actually visit, you know? Have like a nice vacation at Ash Lake. Anyway, what am I trying to do now? I guess we'll just start doing the DLC, I guess? I guess what I'm gonna do. How are we gonna do that? But first we have to go back to where the Hydra was in Darkroot Basin. How am I gonna do that? I'm not sure. What's most close? I guess over here? Or maybe... So near the altar of the sun, maybe. Let's go all the way around. So I might as well just go this way, I guess. It's probably the closest one, I think. So here we are, by the way. So this thing is supposed to appear after I defeated the Hydra. I don't know why it didn't appear the first time I defeated the Hydra. Maybe I had to like quit and reload or something. But this is actually a golem we actually have to fight. As I mentioned before, actually, you know, when I came here, there was supposed to be something we do here. I don't know why, again, I don't know why this thing didn't appear last time. We're supposed to fight it. I forgot to equip the rusted ring. Hopefully I don't die, just like at one time with the mushroom. Alright. You know, this one's it's a yellow, like golden golem as well. So if you remember, we saved the Sigline. Hey, I can't remember her name. You know, the Onion's daughter from a similar golem. So when you kill it, someone pops out. Amazing. And I believe she is related to the DLC, but she actually does appear in the original game anyway. So this is a thing you can do even in vanilla Dark Souls, I believe.
So, 'tis thou who rescued me. Most gracious, I am deeply obliged. I am Dusk of Ulasil. I cometh from an age long before thine. I cannot stay here for long. So, before I disappear, allow me to ask one thing. My home, Ulasil, is the home of ancient sorceries. My hope is to pass this profound knowledge to thee, with thine approval. Would this be of assistance to thee?
Sure.
My heartfelt thanks. I am pleased beyond words. Then I shout, engrave my signature. If thou art in need, pray summon me from my signature. Seems that my time is done. May the great flames guide thee.
Okay. And then she just vanishes, which is weird. Alright. So you save her, some kind of princess, Dusk from Ulasil. Ulasil is actually a land, I mean, similar to a lot of item descriptions that mention other places in the world. Ulasil is mentioned in a few sorceries, I believe, that we might be able to see, actually. Because you can go back here, I think, and hopefully it works. If not, I guess maybe to quit and reload. But, you know, she said, like, oh, you know, do you want to learn about these sorceries? Well, how do you do that? She just vanishes. But you can actually go over here. You know, you might notice if you come back this way, you'll see, like, a summon sign, which is weird, actually. Normally, you can't summon anyone, especially if you're, like, or rather, well, in particular, when you're hollow, you know, you're not in human form, it's not multiplayer. But especially because the summon sign is just out of the way. It's like, well, you can actually use it. What happens when you use it? She appears, you know? I feel like she's the only NPC that does that for some reason. I don't know how she does this, but you can talk to her.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow thine wishes.
Okay, learn gesture, proper bow. And then you can also purchase some items, so like hidden body. So these are all the sorceries from her land. Ancient sorceries. They tend to be associated with, like, for example, Chameleon, you know, which is a fun one. But separate stealth spell from hidden body. A skilled stealth sorcerer must be aware of his or her surroundings, of which objects of prime candidates for imitation. Hidden bodies, although perfect invisibility is unachievable due to a risk of dissipation. The caster need only stand still for a moment to blend into environs with astounding camouflage. And there's the light spell, which is useful for the catacombs. Elementary, but nonetheless demonstrates the achievements and mysticism of Ulasil. Such magic has not been developed even in Vinheim. Or Vinheim. Vinheim. Vinheim is, if you remember, is where Big Hat Logan and the other dude is from. So a lot of sorceries that are like very simple, like shooting spell type of sorceries, those tend to be from Vinheim. But these ones, though, seem to be very utility based and all around like about like light, about manipulating light, basically. Like hidden weapon, you can like, make your weapon kind of invisible, and repair, obviously, instead of like repairing at a bonfire or using repair powder, which is an item you can use. Actually, I never really used it, but you know, you can use it to repair your items. You can use a spell instead. Basically, all these are from Ulasil and everything. There's also the callus. It's a white bark. I guess. And yeah, just a little interesting thing. Talk to her.
For a very long time, I was trapped within the crystal golem. From my home I was taken and banished to a plane of distortion. It was there that thou came to my rescue, long after I had relinquished all hope. So gleeful was I. My faith reneweth.
Okay.
The sorceries of Ulasil differ from the magic of thine age. It is difficult to explain. Ulasil's sorceries are, what doth one say? They're somewhat of an approximation. Thine sorceries are more straightforward, negating all but thyself. Dost thou not find some fascination in these discrepancies?
The idea is that Ulusil sorceries are from an ancient land, so assuming it's like all the way, you know, in the very far past, I guess. But also, you know, it's a little bit different from the sorceries that you normally get if you're playing like a mage character. You know, the ones where you shoot missiles, you shoot magic missiles at people. With Ulusil though, it's much more again, utility based. Also, it's kind of funny how one of the spells mentioned.
The sorceries of
One of the spells mentioned that you can't go fully invisible, because if you do, you'll disappear somehow.
Pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flames guide thee.
May the flames guide thee. Which is a weird thing to say, by the way. I can't remember if any other NPC says that. Yeah, I remember Varier Nox, you know, from the Way of White Clerics, but apparently she says, you know, may the flames guide thee. Yeah, nobody else says that, as far as I know. Maybe one other NPC? I don't remember which one would say that, though. Anyway, we saved her. And so, well, how is this related to DLC? Well, we have to go back, actually. It's a little bit, you know, unorthodox. Unorthodox is the word? A little bit weird. Because you're supposed to do this earlier, actually, I feel like. You know, again, when I initially killed the Hydra, when you go to that cave, she was supposed to be there. You know, you're supposed to kill the golem and everything already. But I didn't see her the first time, I guess. That's fine. What we need to do, though, is simply go back here. And again, some people say that this is pretty cryptic. I guess it is, you know, like connecting the pieces and everything. Actually, let's go back to... This one's like a little bit slower. Let's go over back to the Anor Londo bonfire. But yeah, it is a bit cryptic, you know, how you're supposed to do this. But I feel like, especially in my first playthrough, it kind of came naturally, actually. You know, it still took a little bit of looking around to really figure out exactly how to use everything. But normally, again, you were supposed to, in like a normal playthrough, I feel like if you're exploring everything, you would kill that Hydra early, and then you would actually find Ulusil early. Again, I thought you were supposed to find her, and I didn't. I guess, again, maybe it's like a weird glitch where you're supposed to like quit and reload or something. But yeah, then you would go through the game normally, and you would fight like a certain monster I mentioned before around this area, and you would just get the item naturally that you need to actually activate the hidden area, you know. Get rid of these guys again. Now here. I need my poise again. Where's my poise? You know, you're really good, by the way, because, you know, I'm not that great at going through the menus and everything during combat. But if you're really good, some people, for example, in PvP, when they parry someone, you know, they go into a repulse animation, they switch to, like, a very, very damaging weapon, like, for example, like a giant club or something. Like a very, very slow and heavy weapon. They would swap it in the menu really quickly when they repulse someone, you know, when they rather parry someone, you know, like this, like parry. And then they just go to the menu, go really quick, and change the weapon to something very, very large and heavy and, you know, very damaging. And then they will repulse someone. You know, that's a thing you could do in this game. If you're really good at, like, menu swapping. Not something for me, though. I tried doing a little bit in Dark Souls 2, actually. In Dark Souls 2, the window for repulsing is actually more forgiving, actually. So I actually did a little bit of that in Dark Souls 2, but... it's still pretty hard though. You gotta, you know, like, ideally you want to like put a lot of your items into like a bottomless box, I guess, which is like a little inventory system you could put in the bonfire. Anyway, we got a broken pendant, so that's the key item we need. Where is it? Can I see it? Broken pendant. Broke, did I pass it? I assume it's a key item. Yeah, over here. So half of a broken stone pendant, the vine appears to originate from Ulasil. A powerful magic can be sensed from this ancient stone, yet men of this time can neither manipulate nor sense its power, which has a distinct air consisting of both reverence and nostalgia. So I guess the biggest hint is the fact that it says Ulasil. And the only NPC that you meet in this game would be Dusk of Ulasil. So again, you're supposed to figure this out later, you know, in the game. Not just like right now. Or whatever, but that's fine. So yeah, the idea is that you go back to... I know this is faster, but you go back to where you found Ulasil and everything. And then something will happen. I have to run back I have to run all the way back there though. Is there a faster way? I don't know if there's a faster way. Unlike altar. Oh yeah, we can teleport us, unlike altar. Actually, while we're here, I wonder if we're powerful enough to actually fight the dragon. Or at least the Drake anyway. I wonder. If I'm gonna fight a Drake though, let's equip the flame plate ring? Yeah, flame stone plate ring. So I wanna go this way. I guess this way is faster. Yeah, this way is faster. I went the other way last time. Because I thought I couldn't teleport to Sunlight Altar, but I can. Anyway. Roar. Ow, I got hit a little bit. Ow. A little bit of the flame touched me. Okay, do another one. And a roar, yep. Roar. Yeah, I mentioned before, but you see this tail over there on the right? You can't shoot at it, and then if you hit it enough times, you do get the Drake sword or whatever. But I don't need it. I'm just gonna wait here, and I assume if you wait here, eventually the Drake goes down, right? Yeah, and then you get to fight it properly. Yeah. I say properly, but it's gonna do that attack a whole bunch, which is not great. It can get into like a loop where it just does that all the time, which sucks. Oh, I got the Drake sword somehow. That's funny. Okay, I don't know how I hit his tail, but I guess I did. I didn't mean to pinch the body. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Drake, by the way, not a very fun boss. It just kind of flies around and shoots fire at you. It's not, at least if you're melee. Even if you're ranged, I guess, it's still like, kind of not fun to fight. It's just like a DPS race, as far as I know. Yeah, it's just, what is this? Help. Help. No. No. Heal, heal, heal. Ah, damn it. I couldn't heal fast enough. I got his tail, though, I guess. So that can end up happening. It just flies around and just breathes fire on you and then gets stuck on. Ah, that's not great. Let's try again, though, I guess. I guess what I could also do is just stack a lot of fire defense, maybe. That'll probably help. Drake sword. This sword, one of the rare dragon weapons, is formed by a drake's tail. Drakes are seen as undeveloped imitators of the dragons, but in they are likely their distant kin. The sword is imbued with mystical power, the abilities will help with both hands. It's the infamous Drake sword. It looks like a chewed up piece of gum, to me anyway, but it's definitely the, you know, the infamous noob sword everyone uses in the beginning of the game. Or at least you can use in the beginning of the game if you really want to cheese the early parts, I guess. There you go. Is the dragon gonna come back? Yep, it is. Ah! Ah, run away. My head is touching the fire, but that's fine. Wrap it off. I should probably, I don't know, I should probably like equip a bunch of fire defense armor if I really wanted it to be efficient. I want to try like, I want to see if I can like simply stay in front of the dragon this time. Or the Drake or whatever. I mean, I guess Drakes are dragons anyway. It seems like, you know, the only difference is that Drakes don't have arms. That's the difference. Dragons have arms, Drakes don't, it seems. Oh. Ow. Stop it. Okay, now you're dead. Good. Again, it's kind of like a DPS race. I guess if, again, it's kind of like luck, maybe, but maybe if you stay in front of the dragon as much as you can, maybe it's less likely that they'll fly around and shoot fire at you. Anyway, I guess that's it. No reason to grab these though, but they're right there. They're very shiny. Very shiny hollow soldier armor. Ah, nice shard. Amazing. Also know this corpse is like, I mean, obviously it's burnt to a crisp. Amazing. Anyway, defeat the Hellkite Dragon. Or Hellkite Drake, or whatever. That's a victory. You know, it's actually, well, I mean, you see this big enemy in the very beginning of the game. So it is quite nice that you can actually fight it and then kill it, you know? It's not really like a real boss or anything. There's no like boss fog or whatever. But it is nice that it's a unique enemy that kind of like intimidates you when you first play the game. And then you can always just go back and then just murder it once you're strong enough. Still, again, weird boss fight though. I feel like it's not very balanced because again, it just flies around and shoots fire at you and they get stun locked. Again, maybe it's like you have to manipulate its behavior by staying close to it. That it'll less likely. It'll be more inclined to just do physical attacks instead of just breathing fire all the time. I don't know. Anyway, go over here. And then you go back over here. And now we have the broken pendant. So now we can interact with something involving Dusk of Ulusil, the princess we just saved. You know, the summon sign is gone, so you wonder, well, what happened to the summon sign? Well, let's go over here then. Go back to where she was captured. And see what's up. I wonder if the golems are still following me. Go away, golems. I just need to go over here. There should be something different here, right? I think. Hopefully, I don't know if I'm wrong. And yep, it looks like something's different. Just have to go faster. Maybe I should. No, alright. So hey, when you get the broken pendant and also saved Ulusil, then a weird portal shows up. Kind of weird. But also, apparently her body? You get her stuff, by the way, so I don't know if she's dead. I assume she's dead. I guess she was in a time where she's not supposed to exist. I mean, she said before how like she was supposed to be from the past or whatever. But I can look at her armor. Though her headpiece is quite infamous in PvP though. And I guess also speedrunning. But the Crown of Dusk. Special magic crown bestowed upon Dusk, Princess of Ulusil, upon her birth. Its wearer is blessed by all manner of magic. This raises the power and effect of the wearer's magic, but damage suffered by magic attack also rises. So it kind of turns you into like a magic glass cannon, which doesn't matter if you're fighting melee users, I guess. But a lot of players tend to equip this dumb crown, I have to say, and then they just spam magic spells, basically. Especially the DLC sorcery. You know, just wear this goofy little crown, and then just spam you, one-shot you in PvP. Which is annoying when there's lag as well, so when you think you dodged it, you actually get hit like 5 seconds later. Let's see. Can I look at her other equipment, by the way? I don't know if her other equipment says anything different. Is ivory color silk, features elaborate embroidery. One cannot expect any physical protection from this garment. It's not meant for battle. Yeah, it's just like a little dress you can wear. Anyway, touch this thing. Maybe it's a bad idea? Nah, just touch it.